What's up with the family? I'm sitting fireside, you know what I'm saying, talking investments, talking money, talking power right now, man. I hope y'all listening and paying attention. I don't get tired of giving a game. I get tired of people not listening. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I don't get tired of giving a game. I get tired of people not listening. You gotta listen. Don't you want to succeed? Don't you want to succeed? We buy things all of the time that has no real value. We go buy a bag of chips. What is the value of those chips going up after we spent that money? We go buy food, clothes, cars, a bunch of different things that has no possible return on our investment. So I said, well, let me go ahead and put some money into it. There's a way to where you can take out a loan on your cryptocurrency. Now, the way you do it is, let's say you take out Bitcoin is at $50,000, right? So you take out a loan at Bitcoin being at 50,000. Well, let's say that Bitcoin goes up to 60,000, right? So what you gonna do? You still got your Bitcoin, right? You gonna pay back the initial amount of the loan, and you gonna keep $10,000. But there's ways that you can do it to where if Bitcoin goes down, right, to $30,000, you don't have to pay back the initial $50,000 they paid you. You only have to pay the $30,000 back, and then you can keep the other $20,000. It's so much gain in this system that people don't understand. So while you're looking at Dogecoin, that's only you looking at FOMO, the fear of missing out, because everybody's getting into it. But you should really be thinking about, yo, this is an industry that's making millionaires every single day, and I know nothing about it. I'm going to work. I'm talking to people that ain't got nothing. They have no information, no knowledge. They don't know nothing about this. So there's so much game that you could be receiving. And if you was in a BWO, I talked about this and what platform it is and everything. You understand me? That you can engage with these type of opportunities in the BWO. So you missing out on money because you wasting and trying to figure out if the education is worth it. I done told some of the homies, like, yo, go take 100,000, put it here, put 100,000 here. Chris told me, I listen. I take the game, I share it. I remember I bought my first cryptocurrency probably about 5 years ago, right? I tried to buy my first cryptocurrency probably about 8 years ago, right? Unsuccessfully, didn't do it. But I've always been an advocate because I believed in the technology and the shift that was coming along with it, because it only made sense. Decentralization makes sense because people want to live sovereign against these central entities controlling everything in our lives, such as these banking institutions that's connected to families that rule the world. So cryptocurrency makes so much sense because it is, at a certain time when they had the Silk Road, which was basically a Amazon for drugs, it allowed the transaction to be anonymous, right? It allowed the location of the transaction to be anonymous. Yeah, I had BitConnect back in the day. That was a Ponzi scheme, and y'all got to connect the dots with synchronicity. I looked at it like Bernie Madoff is the one who was famous for the Ponzi scheme, right? He's had to spend years in prison on Wall Street for his Ponzi schemes, and he died just the other day. And the day he died, cryptocurrency went up. The end of the Ponzi gods, and there's real value here now. You understand me? So this ain't the BitConnect days. This ain't Bernie Madoff days. Signs and symbols was for the righteous mind. You understand me? So once you understand what you're looking at, then you know how to interact with it so that you can take the opportunities. We go have fun all day. A young brother was telling me when he got into cryptocurrency today, he said, look, I was taking every check that I had, putting it into crypto, because while my friends was going to the club, my friends was kicking it, buying their car, chasing women, doing whatever they was doing, he knew that once he made his money, his friends were still going to be doing the same thing. The difference is he was going to be rich doing it as well. So he said, why would I spend all my time doing something when I can sacrifice my time invested into something that's going to make me rich and bring exponential more value? But what would I do? Exchange that opportunity for the club? Exchange the opportunity for some quick sex? Exchange the opportunity for what? So it's like, we've been educating people. Me and Chris Cole tried to literally give away $1 million in Bitcoin last year. We was only able to successfully give away around $80,000 to $100,000 because we offered it with membership into the Wealth Standard. And I think about that because it's like, yo, if people would have jumped in and bought it at that time, we would have been able to not just give away $1 million, that would have went up to about 30, 40, 50 million dollars that we would have put into the pockets of Black America. Woo. You understand me? But when a person doesn't understand value, you can't give them value. You can't throw it at them. You can't force them to take it. And that's why I don't come on here try to pretend to be no guru. I just keep you 100 with you. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm jumping in and out of the market and taking away paper. You understand me? Now, what you could have done since the beginning, you could have done the same thing with Bitcoin and Dogecoin. You could have just put your money in for the long play, and guess what? You would have been up 500%. If you would have put $1,000 in at January 1st, you would have been up 32,000, probably 40,000 now. So ask yourself, how many times you spent $1,000 since January 1st? How many times have you spent $1,000 since January 1st? You know what I mean? I don't have no problem giving away the game because the game is free. It's the execution that costs because that requires time and effort and energy. Listen, a lot of this stuff we look too short term, right? We need to pay our bills. We think about eating. So you have to understand why do you want the money in the first place? It ain't just about receiving money. Why do you want it? If you get money with no plan of action, you will lose that money. It will go back into the habits that you had before you got it. What are your habits that you have right now that you feed? You're just going to be able to do more of the things that you're not supposed to be doing. You got a drinking habit, bigger drinking habit. You got a smoking habit, bigger smoking habit. You got a sex habit, bigger sex habit. You got anything that you got, you will now be able to afford it times 10. So the danger of giving people who have a poverty-based mindset, addictive mindset, bad habits, money, is that you can give them the very tool that will feed their destruction. Yeah, the BWO membership work all around the world. So it's not about you, like think about this. The BWO membership I think is at 1,010 right now because it's like 50% off. Now it's gonna go up, right? But the bigger thing is the opportunity cost. Imagine if you'd have got in January 1st, you learned the skill set of trading, you got funded 250,000, 50,000, 25,000, whatever it may have been. Or you could have gotten Nadex on a daily basis, we trade and giving you trades and picks. You making thousands of dollars. But instead, you got a job you don't like, you saving money in the bank. The bank is flipping your money. Right now, the bank could be trading Dogecoin for all you know. The bank could be trading crypto and could be trading stocks that's going up. And all you doing is asking for 1.7% return on my money. While the price of things are going up about 4%. So the value of you keeping your money in there is losing, and you give it to a bank just so that they can flip your money and make 100% return on it. All because you don't know what to do what the bank do. The banks are just people. The bank ain't got some special powers. The banks are just human beings behind the scenes flipping it, putting your money into different investment instruments that they know about. For you to go work for somebody else because their dream was to build a company and put the work and sweat in. And now imagine that. Your dream is to work for somebody else's dream because you don't want to work for your own. So I ain't trying to teach you how to just play one cryptocurrency. We're trying to teach you how to invest into a whole market that's booming, whether it's VR, AR, NFTs, blockchain. You understand me? When you go look at these gaming like Decentraland and all of these things, these are billions of dollars being poured into AI smart contracts. You don't even know that there's a .crypto mill that you can be going and buying right now so you can own your domain, your crypto name. Because in the future, the same way if you do domain parking where you will buy up domains that will be valuable in the future, and you can sell those as digital real estate. You can do the same thing right now, but there's 3 of them that you need to go buy right now. There's a crypto email on the blockchain that you need to have right now. There are NFTs that you can invest in that may be $1 that can make you $1 million later on, right now. So what are you doing on your daily basis instead of building wealth? You going to work at that job? That job, that square ass boss that you look up to, that is not impressive. They only impressive because you at the bottom. But if you could really see at the top, you'd be looking like, wait a minute. The moment I have a bird's eye view instead of a roach view, oh, things are different. Like, we literally be looking at our bosses. Yo, we go look at our bosses like, and really think that they cool. And they think they cool because they got a job where getting paid a little more than you. They take their title serious, something that was given by somebody else that they truly believe in. They think that make them some kind of cool. They walk in the door with a little bit of swag, you understand me? And they talk to you as if you they subordinate. They ain't did nothing in their life incredible. If they died today, they will not be remembered in 10 days by more than 10,000 people. I'm just telling you the truth. They not impressive. The job is not impressive. The only thing that's impressive is you, when you want to be, when you tap into who you are. I was working a job for some folks. Man, they thought they was the ish, because they was the manager. I'm like, yo, is you crazy? I'm 19 keys. Like, and they looking at me like, oh, he must be cocky or something. I'm like, no, I got a bird's eye view though. I got a mothership view. You understand me? And y'all the cockroaches. Little cockroaches. So I had to fire them, right? And what I was making in a year, able to make in a day with a new skill set. Able to make in a month with a new business. So when you really don't understand your value, you allow people to pay you anything and let them determine your value. Who the hell is to say your worth is $15 an hour, $20 an hour, like even $30 an hour? And we're told to be happy with somebody else telling us our value. No. Don't you know my value is infinite? I got a mind, a heart, a spleen, a spine, legs, arms, head. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a human being with a body and a brain that can think. How you gonna put a limitation on my value and my time? Nah, so the education that you get where it's like, okay, you start to interact with these markets, you understand non-fungible tokens, you understand cryptocurrency and blockchain, to where you interacting with these altcoins, and the altcoins are any coin that's not a Bitcoin, you understand, because it's an alternative from the source coin, which is the number one, you understand me, the original, you know what I'm saying, it's got the white paper of Satoshi Nakamoto, which for all we know could be the CIA, but who cares? Because the point is not about the nefarious agendas behind it. The point is not about none of that. The point is, how do we, a people that was always taken away from opportunities, how do we now interact with it and control markets and opportunities? Every single day. My sister, my brother been calling me today, so happy. Bro, thanks for telling us about Doc. He had $5,000-$6,000. He had to go work a job that would have been 2 months worth of work. 2 months worth of work. And you can be up on that in 30 minutes, 10 minutes. So stop being impressed by the jobs when you can be a job creator. Give yourself a job. Trading is a job. A business is a job. Marketing is a job. Sales is a job. Yet branding is a job. But these are all jobs you can give yourself. If I wanted a job, if my business today stopped making sales, I can still work for myself because I can teach other people how to still build businesses. I can teach other people how to build brands because I have experience. I can say, listen, I can take your brand through my brand therapy, teach you how to design it, teach you how to do branding and marketing. I can take it and I can increase your bottom line and all your profits. Why? Because I put myself through the ringer and gave myself a job. I'm always going to be valuable to the world. So you got to go out there and save yourself. You don't be looking for a savior. Save yourself. No. Captain Save a God. You know what I'm talking about? This ain't a game where you jump in and you just make money. It's a lot of people that's invested into crypto that will never tell you about it. right? Me, I'm gonna tell you, I've been telling people for the last 5, 6 years on my platform openly. There was people that was completely against crypto, and they didn't want to say anything when the market start going up, and now they kind of itch themselves into it a little bit, like, oh, I kind of am into crypto now. Yeah, I know you are, but if let's rewind 5, 6 months ago, you was telling people, "Oh, forget about crypto. It's too volatile. It ain't worth nothing." See, I'm a disruptor. I set trends. I don't follow them. You understand me? I set the trends. I don't follow them. I ain't following no old white man analysis of the market trying to be the next Warren Buffett. I ain't trying to be none of those, no next Bill Gates. I ain't trying to be none of that. You understand me? Top black guy, soldier activities only. You understand me? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, cream of the planet, Earth, God of the universe. I'm not even impressed by what those men do because I know who I am. So therefore, when I see opportunities of a world dying out, because the world is systems, institutions, governments, nations. The institutions is failing, the systems is failing. You understand me? The nations is failing, the governments is failing, so their world is falling. So I see opportunities for new worlds that's coming in. So guess what? I want to jump in those opportunities. I see a market going down. I want to be positioned in the market so when it goes down, I can make money because I understand options. So we got a goal. And when men have goals, they project themselves into the future. Their goal is, y'all got 0% wealth. They threw it into our heads. We believed it. Andrew Yang tried to run his presidency off of black America's 0% wealth. So he can create a socialist agenda to have checks that make us dependent on everything but ourselves. And we was happy for it, not realizing that, wait a minute, the more we depended on them, the less we depended on ourselves. So it ain't no way. A lot of the things that we think are gifts, these are Trojan horses. And they become our Achilles heel. So I don't believe in that. I don't trust in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that my people is good. I'm going to make sure that we building. We got power. We got resources. It's a reason that people rock with me. It's because I speak truth to power and create solutions to problems. Ever since I've been on this platform, I've been creating super groups. I've been forming teams, and I've been building alliances, connecting with people and giving information for freely. People hit me all the time, no matter how much information I can tell them about money, business, and industry. It's the mindset that they get that expands them, that they're able to rapidly grow and able to find themselves in a trajectory to where they can embed the same confidence that I have into themselves, and they can walk in the world, stomach in, chest out, head up. And I say, well, I'm completing my mission if that's what I'm doing. Because my first mission was inspiration. That's what Spirit told me to do. The day George Floyd died, went on a spiritual journey. And it told me, go inspire the world. Like, I went deep, 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 deep. And that was the message. I'm like, yo, I was looking for another message. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking it's gonna tell me, like, don't you know, like, you the God of the world, and like you supposed to run the planet by all this. I was looking for a different message. I wasn't looking for go inspire the world. I'm like, yo, that's what I'm already doing. Yeah. But I was obedient, and I said, okay, if that's what you want me to do, I'm gonna go do it. Last year, legendary run. We had circulated $7 million. You understand me? Do our My Buy Black receipt campaign with my good sister Kezia. $7 to prove the circulation in like a month's time. You understand me? Where people were uploading their receipts. It's possible. We ran out. We went to Atlanta. We started a farming initiative. We raised thousands of dollars for that nonprofit. We ain't take nothing from that. You understand me? And we went door to door feeding the people to show them that these is where the real issue is at. Not just downtown where people are doing riots. If you really believe in black life, then you should be feeding black life. We had an initiative, and we were doing co-ops with organizations. And I mean, we did the inspirational piece where I was showing people how to militantly drill and come together, how to speak when the police is there and move in a fearless manner. Don't be talking about you can't breathe, you gotta breathe. Snoop picked it up. LeBron picked it up. You can't tell me I ain't reaching the world. They say go inspire the world. We have a Bitcoin initiative to give away $1 million. We started a wealth standard campaign. You understand me? Ran that campaign. We funded the children, the black people accounts up to $4 million last year. You understand me? Utilizing OPM, other people money, so that they can trade, because we looked at the wealth standard as we were simultaneously teaching it, that Asian community at first with the highest investment count. Second was white people. Third, black folks. We always last. So we say, no, we go change the trajectory of the statistics. I'm not going to teach the statistics so you can know it. I'm teaching the statistics so we can change it. You understand me? Then we formed the BWO, bringing together a collective of entities that was already successful on their own to give a collective add to the public so they can have access to knowledge, information, and things that they normally couldn't afford. So we can guarantee wealth for thousands of black families. And there was so many more things that happened that year, but those are just some of the standout things that I just remember because I know how impactful they was. And then the next time, what I'm being forced to do is educate more. I'm being forced to educate more. It's like people want to know how I do it. They know what I do, but they want to know how. And I'm talking about the leaders of leaders are reaching out. The top of the top reaching out. How you do it? Because I've studied for so many years, sometimes it becomes instinctful for me, and then I got to stop and take my brilliance, systemize it, so that others can duplicate themselves with the same sort of energy and knowledge. So that's why I created the Mind of Keys and the BWO, so that I can give out all of the keys that I have. Like, I'm going to empty myself. Whatever that's in me,